So yeah, we're in the car again. What does that mean? That means that I was tired, that I was sleepy, that I was lazy. I am your girl, Talisa Rae. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time visiting my channel, you stopped by, you saw something else, you decided to click this, you've been watching these reviews all season long, why don't you just go ahead, become a ray of sunshine by clicking that subscribe button. And since you're right there already, go ahead and click the notification bell so you're alerted of all the videos I upload going forward. And you know, my ray of sunshines, yeah, you, the ones that live with me in light and truth, even though we can do 100 in the shade real easy. Like, what's up, how you doing? You know I love you for real. Let's do what we normally do and have a dialogue down in the comments. Like this video, share this video with your friends. Honey, if you disagree, that's okay, because I'm here for the disagreement. I'm here to have a discussion because we have different opinions, okay? A lot of people can attest to that. Just look in the comments below. So we are reviewing Snowfall Season 1, Episode number 9. Oh my God, Episode number 9, A Story of a Scar. Number 9, that means the finale is next week, number 10. And I have so many more questions. Like, you can't just end this right now, John. Like, what? Huh? I gotta wait till next summer? Anyway, so last week, here's where we left off last week. Last week, we found out that Pedro, bitch ass, told his daddy Ramiro that him and Lucia had stole the money and started their own little drug cartel, right? Right. Then we also saw Teddy, who had gotten in good with Victoria. Victoria being Kristen's wife. Victoria being Kristen's sister. Kristen is the girl that was hanging with Alejandro in episode 1 that he had to kill because of the CIA overdosing. Y'all remember that? They were hitting dead ends, and you know, Teddy was covering his tracks really good, being a good ass CIA agent. And then we saw young Franklin and his crew go ahead and see what that crack do, how much money they were going to actually be able to make. But in the process, Lil Leon got shot. Lil Leon got shot. He wasn't paying attention. Oh, Lenny was out the outside of Franklin's house waiting on him. You understand what I'm talking about? So yeah, we're all caught up. That was the gist of it. I wish I could make my reviews that short, don't you? No, you don't. No, you don't. So here we go. Episode number 9. We're going to start off with Teddy, because Teddy, you know, last episode, also Alejandro's camp in Peru, or Nicaragua, excuse me, had gotten attacked. So everything had gone up in flames, and he went off to go and see them. He wondered why Teddy wouldn't go. Well, Teddy had to go ahead and clean up his mess with the Victoria Kristen issue. So when he comes back, Alejandro, he comes back with what's left of the cocaine, and it's not that many keys left. It's not that many keys left, and they're like, oh God, we need more product than this for whatever, you know, to fund the war. Fucking United States. So Alejandro's all like, well, we need a new connect, and I have one. And he's looking like the Colombians. We can't go with the Colombians. The Colombians are fucking crazy, and, you know, they could just come in and take over from us easily. And he said, you know, no, I got somebody else. The 10%. 90% is ran by the Colombians. This little small 10%, this is what we need. Well, Alejandro sets up meet, tells Teddy that he cannot come. It's better if he doesn't. He sets up a meet, and you know Teddy is really untrusting. But I mean, in this game, how many people do you trust? And don't forget, they don't know each other. They on different sides of the track with different agendas. You know what I'm saying? Alejandro's agenda is to get guns so that he can win the war in Nicaragua. But Teddy is... What is Teddy doing? Why is the United States needing this money to fund some other shit? Their war, too. Anyway, so here we go. Teddy is very crafty. He doesn't trust Alejandro fully. So he follows Alejandro to the meet point. You know Alejandro doesn't know he's there, right? Because it would be different if he would be like, okay, well, you be here so that, you know, in case something go wrong. But that's not what it is. And I just want you to know, Teddy is all shifty and shit. He all scary and jumpy. Nigga, somebody gonna see you with all that hopping around. And hell, if the waitress, gets questioned, she gonna know you was there. How do you know the waitress ain't hooked up with them people that's out there on the boat making the transactions? How? You don't, Teddy. You need to be a little more cool, calm, and collected. You was doing good for a while. You was showing me that you was ready to be a boss, but really you still kind of scared and sketchy. Now you do need to be alert, but damn, scary. You was like all fumbling and shit, nervous and shit. What the fuck is going on, Teddy? I also want to say, Teddy was talking to his baby mama on the phone, and she was looking real longingly like she missed him. You know that phone conversation when you have a long distance relationship? I know about that. And you're on the phone and you talking to him and you all sexy over on this side because you miss him and you just want to hear their voice and it's close and you feel like cuddling and shit. Well, he sure was not any good with that. Not at all. Not at all, because that's when Alejandro had walked in with whatever information, well, with the new information about the new supplier. So Alejandro ends up making that setup. Well, there was one point where he got socked in the jaw and Teddy got a little nervous. Teddy jumped up and went outside, and the next thing you know, they shaking hands and shit. Evidently Alejandro has some other connection with these people, and I'm sure next season we'll find out what is that the connection between Alejandro and the gentleman on the boat. Well, so Alejandro lets Teddy know, yes, they're going to do it for us. Yes, they are going to be our supplier, and there's going to be, some changes. They'll probably take a bigger cut, etc. But, it's what they need at the time until they can get everything back running up in Nicaragua. Well, a little later, I'll have to explain to you how we got here. But a little later, fucking Lucia, Ramiro, and Pedro walk into the warehouse where Alejandro and Teddy are. Pedro's coming in like he is the big man, okay? When he walks in first. He comes in with Ramiro and they say, what the fuck is going on? Where's Gustavo, is what Teddy says. Well, Gustavo's out. No more Gustavo. This is my poppy, Ramiro. Now, Teddy don't trust no motherfucking body. So he's all like, the daddy's all, we're going to do good business, and Teddy's all like, I don't like no surprises, which is good. I don't like no surprises, but that motherfucking Ramiro, I don't trust him. As far as I can see, as far as I can throw, I don't trust him. Something about him just is not right. Even though I know that's the life they live, it's just something that's not right. And he pretty much says, you no longer deal with Lucia. You treat my Pedro with respect and you deal with him. And I'm thinking to myself, really? Are you really holding him in that high regard? Nigga, he was right with Lucia stealing your money and killing the people. Like, he's just as crafty and shifty as Lucia. He's also a bitch, and you should know that because he came running and telling, okay? He's a bitch-ass motherfucker. That's what he is. My bad-ass mouth. But I'm just here to tell you that he's a bitch. So you see Lucia in the background. Lucia and Teddy exchange like a little glance, like whatever. Okay? Now, let's talk about Oso, which is still the Oso Teddy Lucia. I'm sorry, the Oso Lucia Pedro saga, right? The last time we saw them together, Lucia was gonna fuck him up, and then his daddy walks in and they have a conversation. Well, this time we see Lucia and Oso first, and Lucia goes to the hotel or motel that Oso was staying in and tells him, here's some money, we need you to go. Ramiro's in charge. What did he, Oso's like inquiring about what happened. And he was like, yeah, Ramiro's in charge now. And he's allowing us to stay in business, but there are a few conditions. One of the conditions is that he runs the operation. Okay. The second condition is that they no longer deal with Stomper. Okay. And Stomper is Oso's connection, Gustavo, aka Oso's connection, and that Oso can no longer be a part of it. Okay, so she slides him the money and tell him to run, and he's all like, I'm not running, I'm in this. If this is what we doing, I'm in this. I told you that I was in this with you. She's all like, my dad wants you dead. I mean, my uncle wants you dead. And he's pretty much like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not going anywhere, but if you really want to do this, I have a way that we can do it. Okay. Oso is really that dude. Like, okay, Oso, like, he is not afraid of shit. And I'm really here for Oso and his craftiness, his bossness, his with the business. So we see also go to Stompers, and also in Stomper, also sits down at the table with Stomper, the dude he got beat up, and the dude that's got, the sick dude that he knew from before. And he tells them, we're out. Stomper's all like, what? What do you mean we're out? How are we out? And we just started. He goes on to explain that Lucia doesn't want to do business anymore, but he's also out too. So Stomper's all like, I got to deal with the Villanuevas. My competition is now the Villanuevas. And he was grateful that he told him, but shit, that's a big competition is pretty much what he said. And he asked him, do you know the ins and out, who's in the family, the workings of the Villanuevas? Also said, yes, of course I do. So it sounds like to me, some shit is about to go down on a real note. Like, where Lucia was hollering about family, you want me to go against my family? Evidently she said, yeah, because Oso was there. I really think that she's with that. Also now it's her family. I kind of wonder what the conversation was like with her and her dad, because he did say, you got to trust somebody. And she was like, in this episode, I do trust someone. That one person she trusts is Gustavo. So I'm just kind of wondering where we're going to go with this. Like, Lucia is not happy about the change of events because Pedro is a bitch. Pedro really don't know how to run no business. And then Ramiro told her, we're going to take the books from you. I'm going to have someone else look at the books in case, something happens to you. Like, to me, that was a low-key threat. Like, if I was her, I'd be like, yeah, we running with it. Also, we going to kill these motherfuckers, family or not. These are some bitch-ass, crazy-ass people. Okay, so then the last thing was that they went to the warehouse. So those two scenarios actually caught up with one another. Oh, let me back up to Teddy. Something very important. I just looked down at my notes and I was like, oh, Teddy and Victoria. Victoria had bought Teddy a gift, and Teddy was like, oh, you didn't have to do it or whatever. And then she's all like, I think I'm done. I got to face the facts that she's gone, right? She died. Well, when we see her closer towards the end, she tells him, I need you to get over here right away. She tells him that I was packing up her photographs, and it made me realize that there was a photographer in Glitter, that was the club that they were in last week, that there was a photographer, and I asked to see his photos from the day that she went missing, and I found this. And who does she see? She sees the other CIA agent, Alejandro, and she sees Kristen, and she sees Joyce or Joy or whatever the lady's name is. So she's all like, he knows, we need to find him. Teddy looks like he's shitting bricks. Listen, you went too far, like you her real friend and shit, Alejandro would have killed her already, and maybe that's really what y'all need to be thinking about doing. Y'all, come on, somebody. Y'all act like y'all know, right? So now let's talk Franklin. Franklin. So Franklin. I every time I have hope for Franklin, I always look sideways, but I think they tricking me in this episode a little bit, and I'm finna say why. So when we first see Franklin, we see Franklin talking to his mom and Sissy. And she's all like, how you feeling? Where you been? He's all, I went to the police station, etc. And she's all like, well, what happened? He lies, Leon. And she tells him, you a lying little piece of shit, and you scare me that you could lie straight to my face like this. You've been selling weed, and how long? And, asking all the pertinent questions that mothers ask. And they having a loud blowout, and a cop next door comes in, Mel's dad. And when he comes in, he asks him, hey, is everything okay? And then he wants to talk to Franklin on his own and asks Franklin, I could help you out. Who are the two dudes that was staking out your house last week? I'm sure it's the same people. Just tell me. Franklin, at least he got that part right. He ain't snitching. I ain't no snitch. So, we also see Sissy have it out with Auntie Louie. When she has it out with Auntie Louie tells her, bitch, you better take a look at yourself. What part of you has pushed him to this place? Don't act like it's just, like me and my boo. Me and his uncle drove him to this. You the one showing him what it looks like to work for a slumlord, to get a break and get your back broken. Like, I'm all like, woo, Ooh, them is some strong ass words. I thought y'all was cool, but I'm sure they'll be cool again, because you know how that is. You fight with your in-laws, baby. It's just what it is. Well, we also see Franklin go visit Leon, and Leon's laid up, and he's all like, retaliation is not about revenge, it's about respect. I had to give Leon some credit for that, because it's not the revenge aspect. If you do allow these motherfuckers to keep, you don't show your strength, your power, your bossness, or whatever, that you the nigga, the king in charge, they will keep coming for you. You a joke. They're gonna keep coming for you, gonna run you right on over. So I do agree with Leon with that. So and it looked like Franklin was agreeing with them too, But then we see Franklin over at Claudia's place and talking about he want to set up a deal with Ray Ray. He want to sit down with Ray Ray so they could talk. When he said that, I said, yeah, Franklin, is you fucking kidding me? Are we back in this place? Didn't Leon just explain to you what it was? Why are we here in this space again? Explain that one to me. So they sit down. She agrees to it under one condition. He's all like, I can get you whatever the keys at a good price. And she said, nah, this is personal. I need something personal. And I'm thinking at first, because remember she was flirting with him. So at first I'm thinking, oh, okay, she finna try to get her some of that little young Franklin. That ain't what she wanted. We see him talking to Auntie Louie. And Auntie Louie, he tells Auntie Louie whatever. And she was like, what do I need? What am I getting from fucking her? Because she wants to sleep with me. Huh? I was all like, what? I knew they had to have some kind of something going on. Now I need to know what their relationship was about. Were they really in a relationship? Because then she was like, what do I get? And he was like, I'll get you whatever you want. She's like, I want that club. So I can't wait to see what their relationship is like. I hope in this next episode that they're going to show us what it's like. I really want to see like what it was about. Because when Claudia saw Louie, she looked like she was finna eat up the best piece of cake ever, honey, with all the frosting mixed with ice cream and fresh strawberries and all kind of shit. Like it was finna be good, and she was gonna hold on to it. Then you see Franklin and Ray Ray having this conversation in the diner. And, Ray Ray's like, well, you thought you was going to just get away with that. You beat my nigga up and messed his house up. And he was like, it wasn't me. You see my face. He's like, well, we took care of them niggas too. Now, Franklin, it says, nah, we going to talk business. And I'm looking at this going, I know the fuck we ain't finna talk business, Franklin. Are you finna bring them into the fold? Like, that's not the plan. That's not the plan. I was kind of mad. I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be honest. I thought that was some bitch shit. I did. But then there was the closing, right? There was the closing, and you saw snippets of what was going on. That was part of the closing. So part of the closing was also at Stompers looking at all the guns that they had. Part of the closing was Auntie Louie going into Claudia's room because she was finna get it. I seen candles and shit lit. And then you saw Ray Ray walking away. So I really want to know where you guys think this is going. Now, they gave us a few snippets for next episode. And it looks like Franklin may have pulled one over his eyes, but I'm not going to get too excited because, Franklin be doing some bitch shit. And so I just got to wait to see what really is happening. So tell me, what do you guys think? Where do you think that whole Lucia situation and also is going to go? What do you think is going to happen with that? Are they about to wipe out her whole family? She has no one left like that she really cares about, because blood is Ramiro and Pedro, but they slick. And we also saw this episode that I forgot to mention, that her father had died when they were in the trap house. Her father had died, and so all she's got left, because that was her father, that's her ranch now, I believe. So all she's got left, oh no, her mom is still living, but her mom ain't with that life. You know what I'm saying? Her mom is not about that life. So really, all she's got left is her mom and Gustavo. I can't wait to see what the fuck she gonna do with that. And then I can't wait to see how Teddy gets Alejandro out of this shit that he's in with Kristen. Like, are they gonna have to kill? You see him hold a gun and shit. Is he gonna kill Victoria? What y'all think? Because he looked like he looked scared and green in the snippets. And then my boy Franklin, is he finna show why the fuck he is who he is? Is he finna show that, yeah, I'm smart, but I could be ruthless too? Yeah, I'm about my money, but nigga, I'm coming for you. Yeah, you thought you had me. I played you with the okie doke. Please tell me that's what he's gonna do. Please, somebody tell me that's what he's gonna do. Let me know down in my comments below. I am your girl, Talisa Rae. Thank you so much for watching my review on Snowfall, season 1, episode number 9. Woo! Number 9. One left, number 9. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hugs and kisses and lots of love. I will see you on the next video.